Hey, and welcome back to Talk of Better Worlds. I am Sir Felix the Cat. This is podcast number 13. And with me, as always, I have Hawk. How's your day going?
Good. How about yours?
Oh, mine's wonderful. I decided to go out and play some Pokemon and, just caught them all. I caught that COVID-19. That was beautiful.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I wonder what variant you
caught. I'm hoping it's flirt because, I like to flirt with myself every once in a while. No, but that's actually pretty much what I've read. Like, my symptoms are basically just that's it. Because I'm not going to stick anything up my nose, so I'm not actually doing an official test. I'm just basing off other people have it around me, and now I'm sick and I'm losing taste, losing scent, losing my mind.
Yeah,
that's been happening every day, Monday through Friday. That happens all the time. Lose my mind.
COVID is the only one that does the scent and taste, I think.
Yeah. Face feels like Hulk just grabbed the back of my head and smashed me in a rock a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite wonderful.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into some news because I have a few things to talk about today.
Sweet.
So let's get some stuff pulled up. There we go. Start with Michael Strahan. All right. So there is a McDonald's spinoff. Cosmics is officially open. It's in I believe it's San Antonio. San Antonio, Texas. It is a space themed McDonald's. And I thought that was beautiful. It also made me think of Toy Story and the pizza place they go to.
Yeah, dude. Oh, what's that place called?
Yeah, it's been too long. Yeah. I thought that was pretty dope. We have a space McDonald's, and I hope it goes like nationwide. I totally can't wait for that one. It's what?
Pizza Planet.
Oh yeah, Pizza Planet.
We're stupid. Pizza Planet. No, but yeah, right. Space drink only McDonald's. I first saw this like a couple of years ago when they announced it, I think, and I thought it was a joke. And then I forgot about it, so that's why I just think this is so funny.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one.
Oh man.
All right, next. Sorry, it's on my third screen, so I gotta turn my head all the way. Here's a sad one. So WB is a terrible company. I mean, we've gone over that several times.
Yeah.
So they've been closing a bunch of like their TV networks, like shutting them down, getting rid of things because those tax write-offs they get for it after they like dispose of the movies and everything, like Batgirl. Yeah. It's I have a lot of hatred towards WB recently. They're just absolute trash. But so Cartoon Network's going, and that's sad and personal for me because I grew up on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, and now we're seeing one of them just bye-bye. No more.
Same. I did not know about this actually.
Yeah, they're getting rid of the OG too, Boomerang.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, so we're losing Looney Tunes. We're losing all that backlog of like the classic cartoons, the ones that got us to where we are now with, I want to say good cartoons, but that's hard to find these days.
That's real hard to find, yeah.
But yeah, like the Boomerang is what led to Courage the Cowardly Dog in the end, and like it helped get Scooby-Doo where he is. It's Bugs Bunny, it's Space Jam if they made good movies.
The classics.
Yeah, so it's going bye-bye. It's leaving Max. I mean, they're doing a lot of things. So WB is also Max isn't working out for them. So they're talking about separating all these companies. You know how it was before they decided to put everything on Max? They're doing that again. And then I'm sure in like a year they're going to be like, you know what we should do? We should bundle them all.
Yeah, maybe on Max.
Yeah, and like besides this, so they're doing more. They're also trying to do something about their game studios and like their IPs. So everybody right now is fearing that Rocksteady is basically gonna get shut down.
That's terrifying.
Because I mean they're a great legendary studio and they were forced to put out a game they did not want to do, which is just failing in every way possible. Nobody wants to play the Suicide Squad versus the Justice League. I was kind of hopeful it might turn out to be good when they pulled it, but they only gave them like what, 2 months?
Yeah.
It was pathetic. So yeah, they're just hemorrhaging everything. It's sad. It's really sad to see that they're doing all this. I'm hoping that Hogwarts Legacy 2 gets to come out and that, it's not just a complete disappointment.
Well, I was going to say I don't know if they're the only ones that have the rights to this. But if they are, it's really scary. They made the last 2 Lord of the Rings games.
Oh yeah, that's theirs.
Now there's that Hobbit game coming out. I don't know if that's because and that's definitely not them, but maybe it's not considered Lord of the Rings because technically the Hobbit is a separate thing, like maybe that's why, but they might be the only people able to make Lord of the Rings video games. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and if they're just killing everything, like that's kind of scary.
Yep. Yeah, and they have that Wonder Woman game coming out at some point, which is actually going to use the Nemesis system.
Oh, yeah, and they hold the Nemesis system, dude.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah, I got choice words. I can't say because I think we're too early in the show. Okay. I got choice words for them for holding on to a system as awesome as the Nemesis system and not letting anyone else use it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool.
No.
But yeah, that's that shutting down of Cartoon Network's Boomerang is happening on the 30th of September. So you have a month if you have access to Max to binge watch that.
And they're just putting it in the void. They're just getting rid of all of it. Like,
Yep. It's just gonna go bye-bye.
What about media preservation and stuff like that? Like, it's like
they don't care.
Originals or
they've been cutting ever. So when they merged Discovery onto Max, like the TLC Discovery nonsense, they had to hemorrhage a bunch of shows, just cut them, throw them into a vault that is basically lost forever, just into the ether. You're never going to see them again.
They probably don't even have originals at this point.
People were pissed about that. It's like, so you're going to give us, and like, I know people like it. My wife's one of them. You're going to put 90 Day Fiance on there and cut some classic.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, you are WB. You have billions of dollars. You have room for both of them.
You know what I would do if I had muck money? I would create a company called The Vault, and I would buy all of these shows and stuff that they just want to throw away, and I would collect them all in the vault, accessible for like $2 a month. There you go.
Well, that's what, like, we have that for some online things, which is cool. So I was telling you earlier that GameStop decided to just kill Game Informer.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's heartbreaking because I love Game Informer. They struggled for a little bit. I loved getting their magazines every month. That was
I got them
beautiful.
Forever. I used to get them when I was in high school and stuff. Like, I love them.
Yeah, they're classic. Their covers are beautiful. Like, the artwork on their covers, they're amazing. And it was good journalism too. They actually did interviews with the people. They asked the questions you want to know and not just fluff. It's not like and I'm going to insult them. It's not like you're just listening to IGN where they're blowing somebody, like blowing smoke up someone's butt. So you feel better or so they feel better.
All you hear in an IGN interview is
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's sad, but, yeah, so we lost that, and the first thing they did is they just killed the website. Website's gone. All that history on that website gone. Goodbye.
I know there's organizations that are truly like wholly dedicated to stopping this kind of stuff. And I think I did see something. This would have been good to look more into and bring up. The biggest one that works on game preservation. I forget what they're called. Do you remember them?
God, and I hear their name all the time, but nah, I'm drawing a blank right now.
And like for private ownership of games too. How like when you buy a game on Ubisoft, for instance, they are trying to get it so you own that game, even though it's digital. You do own that game.
Oh yeah, because they were hugely involved with what was that game that Ubisoft had the issue with?
The Crew.
They pulled it. Yeah, The Crew.
Yeah, The Crew.
They were pissed.
Oh yeah, reasonably so. I mean, you pay $60, $70 at this point. Hell, you pay like 80, 90, $120 for some of these games at this point. And then what, in 5, 10 years, they could just be like, nah.
Yep.
So no, but they had a big breakthrough recently. I didn't get to look into what happened with them, but I think they had a big victory somewhere. So
yeah.
But we need to stop this stuff.
Yep. It's got to end.
Yeah,
that's why I like my physical media. I'm happy that the Switch 2 is actually going to focus on physical media as well.
Yeah,
2/3 of their sales are physical still for Switch.
I can believe it. A lot of Switch players, like people who play Switch as a primary console, are a lot like that, where they prefer physical media.
Yep.
I guess I have Stockholm syndrome. I just got used to having digital media for so long.
Well, and also like other systems, when you get it, like PlayStation, you get a disc that has a little bit on it, but 90% of it's a download.
Yeah, it's not even digital. It's not even physical anymore. It's just a key.
Yeah, Switch, 99% of the time, it's just physical on the cartridge. It's the game is actually there. You own it. Like there's some that I don't think I have any, but I just don't know. Oh, my emulator. They come with like a blue banner on it, and it lets you know, like, hey, this is just a case, and you have to download it.
Okay.
But that's like what 10 games out of all the games they have.
Yeah, most of them are actually physical, which is awesome.
Yeah. All right. So for my next news, do you want to get into something juicy, or do you want to just talk about something friendly still, or do you want a palate cleanser after the juicy stuff because it gets wild here?
Let's go wild and then do a palate cleanser.
All right. So we're gonna go in the order it's in.
Let's get mad.
Boom. Here we go. Here's a combination I don't know if you thought you'd ever see. So they're going to be doing a biopic starring Ben Affleck as Hulk Hogan. And can you guess what it's about? Because we have another one about his career, and that's going to be by Chris Hemsworth. But what do you think Ben Affleck's going to be doing in the movie? What part of Hulk Hogan's life?
Is it about Hulk Hogan's sex tape?
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I did not know that going into this.
Yep. So Hulk Hogan put out a warning, like, you guys got to watch out. You cross the line with me at your peril.
Oh, man.
Yes. Yep, because it's Hulk sued Gawker when Gawker was still around.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this was a big thing when his sex tape came out, because wasn't he cheating or something? And like there was drama and all that. I didn't really dig into it, but I just remember it was a big thing.
Yep.
Oh man, this is great.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I usually don't watch movies like this, but I'm absolutely watching this one.
Oh yeah.
And then let's keep on the topic of Ben Affleck because it just gets juicier and juicier. So Suge Knight, FBI gave Affleck tapes of J-Lo from Diddy raids. And so I don't know if you're aware, like I like to keep up with Ben Affleck, so I like him as an actor. A lot of his movies are really good. But I was always interested once Ben Affleck and J-Lo got back together. It's just for some reason interesting. Because Geely's the worst movie ever made still to this day.
Yeah.
So they were like all close and everything. Then suddenly they just started splitting up, and it was a little bit after the Diddy situation. Like it was right around the same time. And Suge Knight says the tapes are the reason for their rumored divorce. The tape show J-Lo's involvement in 1999 shooting, which I don't know if you're familiar with that. She was in a club, and she said the gun belonged to another guy.
Oh.
And that guy then went to jail for the shooting.
But did she do it?
Oh, it's her gun.
Yo.
Yeah, it's bad. But there's a lot going on here. I'm not gonna talk about it all. But if you're interested in something juicy, definitely check that story out because it's wild.
I'm gonna dive into that, man. I had no idea. I didn't even know they were married, to be honest.
Yeah, they quickly got married after all the like Justice League stuff happened.
Oh, okay.
Like that fallout.
I got it. I'm gonna go on a deep dive into that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Absolutely.
Man. So
all right, now let's. What?
J-Lo may have shot somebody.
Yeah, shot and killed somebody.
Jesus, dude.
Yep. Crazy stuff. But here we go. Here's something interesting for you. Read that title.
I am no longer Earth's Sorcerer Supreme. Doctor Strange's new era officially begins as he crowns a new Sorcerer Supreme. What?
Now, look who it is.
Wait, who? Doctor Doom? No.
Right? Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. So,
What?
I mean, Doom is already powerful. Like he's a very OP enemy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's fought the Justice League on his own. Like we're gonna end up seeing here in this movie that they're doing with what's his face being Doom.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, so it's yeah. Yeah, you know how crazy powerful Doom is now?
That's kind of dumb, dude.
It is. It's a dumb choice. I would have passed it on to someone, younger. Someone more not sometimes evil.
I was gonna say someone not just evil.
Yeah, well, he's only sometimes evil because the things he does. I mean, here, okay, so this gets into like the tricky part with Doom. He's doing things for his country.
Oh yeah, for what, his backwater Eastern European country?
Yeah, he's Putin essentially, but with powers. Okay. I mean, Putin, yeah, he does a lot of bad things. I don't approve of his war. I don't approve of war in general. That's why.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Wait, it's not a war. It's a special military operation. Okay.
Yeah. No, we're just doing some training out here. Just doing some training. Yeah. But here is something I've been wanting to tell you for a week.
Oh Lord.
Metal Gear Solid and Persona fans should check out this upcoming JRPG.
Okay.
So, Guns Undarkness is a stealth-focused JRPG combining elements of Metal Gear Solid and Persona.
Guns Undarkness.
Yes. It's going to be getting early access on PC, then going to consoles after it like officially releases. But oh yeah, it's made by the guy. I believe it was the music guy behind Persona.
Shoji
the composer.
Meguro.
Yep, the composer behind Shin Megami Tensei and Persona.
Okay, I'm looking at screenshots now. What exactly is this?
I don't know. This screenshot that I have up right here makes me think of Power Rangers. Like, I don't know. Like Phantasy Star meets Power Rangers.
That one's on Steam. I'm getting that vibe. Like it's like you said, Phantasy Star, kind of Power Rangers. But then they say if you're a fan of Metal Gear Solid,
there's going to be some stealth.
Okay. I mean, it looks rough, not gonna lie, but it's got potential. It's got potential.
Yeah, and who knows how long it's going to spend in early access. Like, one of the best games ever spent like what, over a year, maybe 2 years in early access. Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh shit! Wasn't it more than that?
It was forever. It was whenever the Stadia was still a thing.
Yeah. No, so I mean, I put it on my wish list. I actually just put it on my wish list because the premise is pretty interesting. I like some of the guns. I think I really hope they have English localization because I think it's all in Japanese. The screenshots, anyway. But yeah, it's a stealth RPG from Shoji Meguro, known as the composer and director of Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, like you said. In a devastated world after a nuclear war, you become a member of the PMC, the private military company, and they say the PMC. So I guess maybe you get to name it like Metal Gear Solid or something, or no, you don't name it Metal Gear Solid, but you come up with the emblem in the last one.
Yeah.
You carry out missions with your peers. Okay, so I like that. Like you do missions and stuff, and maybe they have permadeath, which that has me on board.
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's one that I did not think would ever be a thing, but I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, and it's got good people behind it, so it's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I mean, for music in games, that's probably my favorite is Persona. Like everything they do in it is beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard some Persona music. I still have yet to play it. I want to. I own it. I really want to play it at some point. But I have heard some of the music from Persona, and I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. So, let's get into our topic. Today we are talking about remakes and remasters, or remasters and remakes, however you want to say it. I mean, so the remakes and remasters, remakes are more for games and movies. Remasters are basically just movies. You could throw in music there too, but I don't think remaster of music has the same effect as it does for like a game.
No, not at all.
I mean, it cleans up the audio some. That's cool. But yeah, so I'm going to quickly get this out of the way. Remakes of movies. Spent a lot of time thinking about a remake I like of a movie, and there's one. That's it. But just one out of all the remakes of movies that I've actually. Or no, sorry. There's two, because I think The Crazies is a remake. Everybody hates it. I love it, and it has Oliphant or however you say his name. I say it Oliphant.
Oliphant or what? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
No, that one is really good. That's a really good remake. For movies, anyway. I'm trying to think. Fright Night.
I guess. Fright Night.
The remake of Fright Night with Colin Farrell. I think that one wasn't as good as the original, but I personally liked it. Yeah.
I like. I'm kind of a fan of the not Nightmare for Christmas. Goodness, my mind is just all over the place. Nightmare on Elm Street, even though that's a very hated movie by everybody. The remake from 20 something. I liked it because they gave Freddy Krueger more of a character. Like there was actually a plot to the movie instead of I'm just a guy who kills kids in their nightmares. That was the whole plot of the originals, and that's stupid. But everybody's like, "Oh no, it's so much better." Like, yeah, if you don't like story, it is so much better.
It depends on what you're looking for in a movie. You know, like if you're going just to see like teenagers get stabbed in their dreams, then yeah, I mean, like sure that the OGs are better, you know. But like if you want more of a story with your background for your bad guys, then the remake is better. But what do you think about The Time Machine from 2002? That's a remake. I love that movie.
I'm thinking of Hot Tub Time Machine, so I have no clue.
It was directed by Simon Wells, has Guy Pearce, Yancey Arias. You have to have seen it. It's from 2002.
2002, The Time Machine. No, sir, I have not. I think I've seen the original, though.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, I have seen the original.
Oh, The Time Machine from 2002, in my opinion, was awesome. Now, I did watch it when I was a kid, so I was stupid. But I have rewatched it since then, and I do actually like that. I guess I do have a couple remade movies that I do like, but none of them are newer.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say I like Gone in 60 Seconds remake, but they're both... One is fun to laugh at, and the other one is iconic because it has that most cars destroyed in a single scene thing.
Yeah. Oh, I Spit on Your Grave. That was another good one. They remade that one.
I don't know if I ever saw the original.
I strongly recommend not watching either of them if anybody has any aversion to like essay and stuff like that. It's brutal, dude. But it's a revenge story, so it's kind of cool in the end.
Yeah, I watched the remake, and that was good. Yeah, I can't really say it's better than the original since I've never seen that. It got some bad scores on Metacritic. Goodness, the original, a 19 on Metacritic.
Yeah, well, the original was kind of like...
If it has the essay part in it, then I understand that it's going to get hated on.
They were pretty tasteless with the original. I have seen both of them, and the original just it wasn't as creative as the remake. Like, I mean, a dude gets a shotgun shoved up his rear end, and and she pulls the trigger. So it was very creative. It was inventive. We'll say that.
Did you watch Deadpool 2?
Yes. Yeah, I have.
With Juggernaut and him getting something shoved up his butt.
Yeah.
That was too great.
I do like the Deadpool movies. I'm not a big fan of Marvel, but the MCU, I should say. But I do like the Deadpool movies, and I still want to see the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. Yeah, I was supposed to go see that today, but things prevented that.
The disease.
Yeah. The vidco.
I can't say what I'm thinking. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So what? How do you feel about remasters? Like, we're gonna go just specifically games here again. So, how do you feel about remasters of games?
So, I think they could be very good if they're done respectfully. Like remakes or remasters of video games. I think a remaster is harder to do well than a remake. Or no, wait. Isn't remake you're like sorry. So a remake is harder to do well than a remaster, I should say, of a video game.
Absolutely.
I think both can be awesome. It just depends on how much respect they pay to the original game. It's not on our list that we're going to go over, but they just dropped a remaster of Star Wars Bounty Hunter on PC.
Yep. PC, Switch, PS4, everything.
Yep, yeah, on everything, and that was Aspire, who have been under fire for what they did with Battlefront 1 and 2, which I think is stupid because they work fine if you don't do multiplayer, and they were PS2 games that didn't have multiplayer. Well, they did, but it wasn't like online focused multiplayer. But the Bounty Hunter remake is or remaster, sorry. The Bounty Hunter remaster is incredible. It is impeccable. They every little thing, even the annoying stuff from the original game, they brought it over to the new version.
Well, and with remasters, even Red Dead.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful remaster. Like it plays phenomenally on the Switch. It looks beautiful. I think the only place that didn't get it was Xbox, right? Because they already have the original. So
they have backwards compatibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and PC didn't get it either.
Oh, I thought PC was getting it. That's sad.
Nope. Rockstar hates making their games on PC. Like GTA 5, I think, didn't come out on PC until like a year or two or even more after release, if I'm not mistaken.
So you'll get GTA 6 in 2032?
Yeah, which I'm fine with. I'm totally fine with waiting until the 2030s because I'll get it when it's at its peak and when they have the better edition put out, they have all the DLC and I'll have mods for it. So I'll wait.
Yep.
I'd probably save some money too, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be buying the game just in general. It's just not my cup of tea. I stopped buying. I bought the re-releases of I guess they are remasters of the GTA 3 Vegas, or not Vegas, Vice City and San Andreas.
Yep.
But those are not in a good state.
No.
At least they weren't last time I played.
Yeah, they might be now, but last time I played them on PC, it was embarrassing. We'll say that.
They play better on the phone versions that came out. Like if you go play it, boot up Netflix on your phone, go play it there. Best version of it.
That's so sad, dude.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, we'll just shoot the crap, as they say, I guess, while Sir Felix does whatever he has to do. Probably eat a taco. He loves tacos. I don't know if anyone knew that. Probably figure that out with the picture. But yeah, I think. Oh, he's back. He's done with the taco.
Choco taco.
Oh no, dude, not a Choco taco.
I don't think those are even back yet. I think they still have them discontinued.
Yeah, if you found a Choco taco, I don't think you should eat that, man.
It's just a little green. It's okay.
It's not lettuce, though. Oh man. No, but Yeah, I think. What about you? Remakes and remasters for video games. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. Like the remake has to be done. Hold on a second. This dog.
Technical issues. Technical dog issues. This is why I love cats.
Yeah. Well, you just gotta get a dog that doesn't bark all the time.
Yeah.
Chihuahuas are great. But yeah, so there's some remakes I like. There's some that I'm blown away by. Just like remaster. There's some that are just so impressive. They do just enough to make it feel alive again. Kind of bring back that feeling you had when it first released many years ago. Trying to think of one off the top of my head, and I just can't because sickness brain.
Bounty Hunter did that.
Like Red yeah, you said about Bounty Hunter, and then I said Red Dead Redemption. Yep. Given I never played it myself back in the day, I watched other people play it. But that was beautiful to jump into. Like it made me because I love RDR2. You do too. It's a fantastic game. So going back to RDR1, seeing John Marsden, or not John, is it John Marsden?
John Marsden, yep.
I keep getting him mixed up with the actor. What's his name? I think it's very similar. I think his last name's the same, Marsden.
Probably.
But yeah, he was in the Sonic movies, and a bunch of other stuff. I think he played shoot lasers from your eye, Cyclops.
Okay.
I'm doing great today. I'm just mentally there. But
brain fog.
There's a lot of remasters I'm always looking forward to, or remakes, like the remaster of gosh darn it, here I go again. Soul Reaver, that's I talked about the other week.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that. That is going to be wonderful. I can't wait to play that. I never beat it on the PS1 because I was a stupid little kid. And I was just like, too hard. Can't do it. Can't think. But yeah, like I want a remaster or remake of Skies of Arcadia. I need that to happen. Yeah, James Marsden. Thank you, Gwen.
Morrison. Okay.
Yes.
You and everybody else want Skies of Arcadia, man.
Yeah, it's probably one of and Sega won't do it. Like when they announced all these like new releases they're going to be doing, when they brought up like Crazy Taxi and all this stuff, everybody was sitting there like holding their desks and just like, come on, you're gonna say Skies of Arcadia.
Come on.
Yeah, they didn't.
Man, that's dirty, dude.
Yeah, they're giving us Altered Beast. Like really? I'm sure 12 people asked for that. It wasn't bad back in the day. It was what a Sega Genesis game. Like
I think so, yeah.
It was all right. It wasn't one of my top picks to play on that, but I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll take it. Sure.
Like, yeah. Don't put out a game that's going to make you just money hand over fist. No, let's put out Altered Beast.
Well, no. I mean, why would they do that, dude? Like, I mean, all these companies have so many games or ideas with games or tweaks on games, like an open world Pokemon game, not like the last ones they've done, but like a true open world 3D Pokemon game. You know what I mean?
See, I think Scarlet and Violet was kind of a test bed to eventually lead to that, because the way that it works on multiplayer online is almost what we want. It's getting there. It was just buggy as sin. Like that's where most of the bugs everybody reported came from, was multiplayer. It was just trash. Yeah. There was a good number in single player, but the majority of the crazy stuff you saw was all multiplayer.
Multiplayer is hard to pull off, man.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. But they'll get there eventually. I mean, we have Pal World, which is a step in the right direction. If now, they kind of copied Pokemon in a way, so now we just need Pokemon to copy them.
Yeah, well, that's usually how it goes down. Like Pal World showed what are they called? The people who make Pokemon.
Pokemon Company.
The Pokemon, yeah, sure. The Pokemon Company. Like Pal World showed them like, hey, this formula works and people really want it. So how about you do that?
Yeah.
So they'll probably do it.
Yeah, that's actually a really good company too, the Pal World company. They they were been telling like other developers like publicly, just like, you shouldn't be trying to force people to always have to play your game. Like, let people play games. You're going to burn them out and you're going to lose them. And it's like, that's true. That is exactly what happens. Do you want to go play Destiny 2 right now?
No.
Exactly. Because they forced you to have to be on there. If you miss out, you're screwed. You're just leagues behind. You didn't get the special weapon that the crazy alien dude drops on Tuesday or whatever it is. You failed. You failed at life because you weren't there. You weren't there every single day, every single hour of every day.
Yeah, companies are, thank Christ, companies are starting to step away from that FOMO formula. And Helldivers is a great example of that. Like, you have all this stuff you can unlock, and they have a circulating store, but like everything that they put in the store, you'll see again at some point.
Yeah.
So like, and all the requisite, or not, what are they called? The like different stuff you could earn through points and stuff like that. All the stuff you could unlock, it never goes away. You have these passes, like seasons almost, but they never go away. You can earn them whenever you want. I haven't played. I've been on shore leave for like 3 or 4 months now. You know what I mean? Freedom's calling, but I'm still on shore leave. But when I go back, I could unlock all the stuff that I missed as they dropped it. So, like, I'm not going to miss anything. I know I will miss events, but that's fine. You have to have something, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, those are 2 good online games, and more people need to follow that. Stop the whole live service focus. We're seeing live service games just bomb left and right. Destiny is starting to go down quick. We're losing, Suicide Squad just died on release. That was terrible. Foam Stars, another live service, it's basically dead. One of my favorites, Iron Man sim, what's it called? Anthem,
yep.
And then we have Marathon coming out from Bungie, which is a live service extraction shooter, and that's not going to go well.
No, I think that's going to fail. I mean,
because it's not Marathon. It's just Marathon in name.
Yeah. I mean, I called it with Suicide Squad. I called it with, I think I said, what's it called? The Overwatch 2 was going to be trash before it came out. Like, a lot of these live service games that are coming out, I've thought to myself or said out loud to like everyone I know, it's going to be trash. And then it turns out to be trash. And I've got a feeling with Marathon that it's got to be trash. Just like I've got a feeling with the next Dragon Age game, even though it's not live service. I got a feeling that it's going to be bad.
Yeah. Yep. So let's do a list. I have a list ready for us.
Yeah.
We're going to go over our favorite remakes and remasters. We're going to start with you. You are number 1. Here we go.
Okay.
So we're going to work backwards, 5 to 1. So number 5 on your list. Boom. Black Mesa.
Black Mesa. Yeah. Black Mesa was a remake of Half-Life 1. And some of the like more harder core fans of the original didn't like it too much because they're purists and stuff. They did change a couple things, not big in my opinion. But I think it's a great entry point to Half-Life if you want to start now and not 20 years ago. I think it's a great modernized version of Half-Life. And it's just overall really good. I think they did a good job. It is a fan project, but it's sold as a separate game on Steam.
Awesome. And then let's do your number 4.
Destroy All Humans. Yes, I played Destroy All Humans when I was a little kid on the PS2 and probably too young to do it, but I loved it. I loved the like retro futuristic kind of style of the game, and in terms of what's his face, Krypton, I think that's his name, the alien you play as, and the ship and everything, and the how stupid it was, how over the top and stupid it was. But I also love that you could just like harvest people's brains and scan them and make them do stupid stuff. But yeah, Destroy All Humans is probably my number 4 for out of 5 for all my top like remake / remasters. It's the remake and remaster or whatever of Destroy All Humans 1 and 2 were both excellent in my opinion and run very well too.
Awesome. And then I've had some technical difficulties there. There we go. Number 3.
Mafia 2. They did the definitive edition, I think it is. I think that's what they're calling it. They released that as a package with Mafia 1. They remade Mafia 1, and that was more of an update than Mafia 2 was. But Mafia 1 kind of sucks, to be honest. It's not great. It's like 3 hours long. There's a car race sequence in it that I detest. I think you played that too, right?
No.
Oh,
no, I got it and then never played it. And then I stopped playing the PS4 altogether.
Yeah, well, Mafia 1, it's cool to play once and never again. But Mafia 2 is, to this day, one of the best mob stories in terms of games or even movies. I love Mafia 2. It's up there with like The Godfather, in my opinion, for Mafia stuff. So when they updated it, upscaled some stuff, fixed a couple bugs, added a couple new bugs, I thought it was really cool. So
I don't see why when they redid 1, they didn't like fix the race, just not like give you a skip button, but fix it.
I don't know, man. That race, it's like weirdly hard. Nothing else in the game is that hard. And then you get to this race and it's just like throw your controller at the wall. I'm going to never play this game again and break the disc the moment it comes out of my console hard. Like I hated that race, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe I just suck though. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just trash. It's okay.
I'm just trash. I'm garbage. I got to get good.
Number 2.
2 is the Metro. I just put Metro Redo or Redux. I say Redo. And that includes both Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light. I think I love the book. I didn't read past the first book. I only read Metro 2033, which I know we both have a copy of that one, actually.
Yeah, because I bought a new one, gave that one to you, and you gave me yours.
Yeah, we switched it out. I took the front page because there's some sentimental stuff there, but we switched them out because the cover of the book, the version that you got, was the same as the cover in the game, I think. Yeah. Awesome games. It's a really cool, unique take on both the post-apocalypse story and setting, where it takes place almost entirely in the metros of Moscow in Russia, and you get to see a very heavy Russian cultural perspective on what a post-nuclear war society would look like, kind of. But it also has a lot of like supernatural kind of stuff in it, which I always really like too. So I think the remake was really, really good.
All right. And then number 1. There we go.
It has to be the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I would never forgive myself if I put anything else at number 1. I think everyone who knows me would question my choice if I put anything else at number 1. Mass Effect is one of the best, and I consider all 3 games one game. Mass Effect is one of the best games ever made, period. Just period. If not, I don't know. I have a hard time picking the best, but the remake was awesome. It really upgraded a lot of stuff. It made mods a lot more easily installed, I should say, at least on PC. It gave new life to the trilogy, and it brought it to new consoles, I think, too, right?
Yeah. No.
Oh, no?
No. It brought it to the updated console. So instead of just PS3 and whatnot, some of the games came to PS4 and 5. That's really about it.
Well, still, it brought it. Mass Effect 1 was difficult to get your hands on if you didn't already have a copy. And also it was hard to play. There was a lot of gameplay elements about it that were very difficult, not in terms of like how hard it is, but in terms of just frustrating because you're fighting the game most of the time. But it fixed a lot of that. So the Legendary Edition is the best version of Mass Effect, in my opinion.
Yep. And every time I go back to playing 1, it's like I feel like it's the first time I ever played the game. I always forget so much about it.
Well, there's so much. There's so much in those games.
Well, for me, it's just the beginning. For some reason, I can never, for the life of me, remember the beginning of the game.
Yeah, the beginning. I will always remember the beginning, especially when you first see the Reaper on that planet that you land on with Jenkins and what's his face, Aiden. I'll always remember that because it was such a striking image when I first played it, and it kind of left a mark on me. And I think that that's why I remember it. But if you didn't play it when you were super young, I could see not remembering the beginning.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we're gonna move on to my list. Mine's all super gray for some reason. I don't know what happened here, but I don't care. We're just gonna deal with it. If it lets me. Come on, dude. Mine is just bugging out right now. There we go. Okay. So number 5, we have Kingdoms of Amalur: The Re-Reckoning. It's a remaster. So this is a combination project. It was made by R.A. Salvatore, Todd McFarlane. R.A. Salvatore is known from Dungeons and Dragons books and whatnot. Great author. You have the creator of Spawn, Todd McFarlane, and you also have Elder Scrolls Oblivion lead designer Ken Rolston.
Yep.
And sadly, this game has flopped twice. It did not sell well on its original release, and it did not sell well on the remaster, which is just mind-blowing because it's basically the game people want, and just nobody wants to give it a chance. I definitely say if you want to play a cool little adventure that's kind of like a more actiony Elder Scrolls, go look for this game. It's got a good story, good lore. It's a very interesting, deep world, and if you buy it now, it's pretty cheap. I mean, on Steam, it's $6.50. Or no, sorry, that's not Steam. That's straight from THQ Nordic.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's $10 on Steam. Next we have what I put here. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. So there's Persona, and then there's the Shin Megami Tensei series. Persona it's got some dark themes, but it is the lighter series of the two. Basically in Shin Megami, you're dealing with just straight having to kill demons, survive in a very messed up world where everything wants to kill you. There's some enemies that want to R-word you, which is pretty interesting.
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah, and like the newest one in 5, I think it is. Whatever's the newest one. You're literally in hell fighting Satan, like a Satan demon. They're all post-apocalyptic, which is wonderful. I played the original on PS2. I think I still have it somewhere. But yeah, having this game remade, like remastered, was just the most beautiful thing ever. I love Atlas games. Definitely everybody should check this game out. It is still super expensive, though. On Steam, it's $50. And it came out in 2020.
Well, Japanese studios never like doing sales, so.
Nintendo always does sales on their main titles, you know.
Yeah.
And then I have a remake for number 3, Dragon Quest VII. It was made for I believe I put DS, 3DS because I wasn't sure which one it is, but I think it's just for the 3DS. Dragon Quest VII is a PS1 game, and it has PS1 looks, except it was still top down. It was more closer to Dragon Quest on the Super Nintendo. So it's got like that pixely look, top down. It was a little more refined than a PS or a Super Nintendo game. But this one actually went full 3D. Like you're walking around the world. It's closer to how like I was showing you pictures of the other game, Dragon Quest 11 on 3DS, which I had no clue existed.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like you've got full characters there. It's not just little sprites. Like it's actually characters in the game. Like movable camera, all that wonderful stuff. It was just nice to see a game from when was this one? It was originally released in 2000. So to have that game come back and be modern, and for some reason it sells for $81.80 on Amazon. That's absolutely insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. But that it's Dragon Quest VII. It's one of the best games ever. It's what Final Fantasy wishes they could have done with their 7, make a great game. But their 7 remake was trash. That's not an opinion. That's just a hard fact. Anyways, moving on. We have a Metroid Prime remaster, which is probably the best remaster I've ever seen in my life. You took a GameCube game and you made it current. Like it's beautiful. It is beautiful what they did. It's very close to this basically being a remake with some of their assets. Like it's fantastic. I can't praise the game enough. It's got wonderful controls. They got rid of the stupid Wii controls, or not the Wii controls. I think they did have Wii on this. It had some stupid movement in the original. I think it did have. Let me check this out really quick. It was also on Wii, so it had the movement controls, which nobody likes.
It looks real good.
Yeah, it's beautiful, especially if you go back and look at the Wii and stuff. It was not great. It was not great.
Well, nothing was really great on the Wii. It looks wise, I should say. I love the Wii, but
yeah. And then my top pick had to come because this is the best remake I've ever seen ever. Trials of Mana. The remake dropped. This is originally a 1993 game, or 95, and this came out. I believe it was 2021. Or something like that, but it's a great, beautiful. Let me just pull this over. Oh, it's not showing it. Why aren't you showing my screen? let me switch screens really quick.
Technical difficulties. We need one of those screens.
Well, I mean, I should be sharing the screen. That's what's weird. Is I pulled it over to the screen that I said share entire window. Oh, because I'm doing window, not screen. I'm dumb. Anyways, yeah. Again, I am sick. My brain does not work. So we went from a Super Nintendo game to one of the coolest looking JRPGs I've seen in a long time. The movement is so smooth. They kept true to the characters. They brought them more to life. And this, I can't praise this game enough. It is beautiful. I can't wait for the new one to come out, which is due this year. Don't ask me the name because I'm not going to remember it right now. Yeah, it is definitely my number one pick for a remake, remaster, anything. Cool.
I know a lot of people love Trials of Mana. I personally haven't played them. They look pretty cool. Not personally my thing, I think, but I know it's a very loved game.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting close to the end of the show. We're gonna talk about a movie really quick. I think you might have enjoyed it more than I did. We watched Grudge that came out in 2000. Let me get a screen up. Yeah, go ahead and talk about it a little bit, and I'm going to get footage up of the cast.
Okay, so yeah, it's the Grudge 2020, which is a remake, soft sequel, kind of. You could see it taking place chronologically after the other Grudge movie, like the original Grudge movie. Well, I should say the American remake of the original Grudge movie. Let's clarify. But it focuses on the perspective of the police and how they find that this house that's cursed. It's the typical Grudge stuff. There's no like video or anything. But wasn't that the Grudge? Or no, it's the Ring. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Yeah, the Ring.
They're all the same. But
yeah, they came out so close to each other. It feels like it's the same story.
It's like weird girl with very long wet hair in front of her face, you know. But no, it's less the weird Japanese girl who's pale and more of just like a curse that follows these people through the house that came over from Japan. And with it focusing on the perspective of the police, it makes more sense, in my opinion, when they go and dig into the history of the house and the history of the people. Because normally you see that in early to mid 2000s horror movies, probably even modern ones, where someone has something happen at the house and they look at the house's history and they dig into like family history and all this other stuff. And it just like they have access to resources that normal people just don't have normally when they do that. So it makes more sense to have it take place from the perspective of police officers or investigators, really, not even officers. So I did like that. It was still cheap and cheesy and not really scary and had a bunch of stupid tropes, and it was okay, I guess.
I mean, they tried to do a lot of jump scares, and like I'll say a cool thing that wasn't scary. It was cool. Would be Lynn Shay when her character like had all her fingers cut off. Like when the detective first walked in, she was sitting there and she was like saying, "He's supposed to feed me. He hasn't fed me." And her fingers, yeah, and you tell like she was just like eating her own fingers.
Yeah, dude.
That I liked that part. That was very well done. It just wasn't scary because I mean, and Lynn is a very popular actress in horror movies. She was in the Insidious movies.
Yeah, Insidious. She's really good at Insidious.
Yeah. And like her character was done well. It was just, I don't know, the whole scene just wasn't scary. The movie misses the horror part of it. It has horror aspects without being scary. There was one jump scare that got me, and that involved this guy sitting in the car. Because I was expecting something to come up to like one area and it didn't. And then they turned the camera and quick, it got me. I was like, And it wasn't even like the scare that got me. It was the fact that William Sadler reacted to it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a pretty good scene. Also, a brief aside, I love William Sadler because he was in DS9, Star Trek DS9. He plays the guy in charge of Section 13, the government organization that doesn't exist. He's really awesome. He's a really, really cool actor. But yeah, none of it was really scary. And I think part of that is because it's everything you've seen 100 times before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like we should have been scared in one scene when this lady is inside a store. When Jackie Weaver's character is inside the store. We should have been scared. Yeah. But we couldn't be. It just wasn't, there was nothing to it. I don't. And then when with the John Cho scenes, we should have been scared there too. And you can't be.
I would say the creepiest moments were when what's her face? Where is she on this? I think she's in another thing. It wasn't Betty Galpin. What's her name? Was it Tara Westwood? I think it was Tara Westwood.
That was the one who came back from Japan.
Yes. So the creepiest scenes, in my opinion, were at the end of the movie with her, what she was doing. I won't spoil it, but
showing what happened.
Like, I want to show you. And she it's like going through the different points of the house of like what happened there. That was kind of creepy, but like it didn't hit like they wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say like a 3 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, I think IMDb was a little too generous.
Yeah.
I think Metacritic was a little too generous. I'm closer to Rotten Tomatoes and your thing, like a 2.5 to 3. Like it just, I don't know. It tried so much and just failed left and right.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst.
We'll say this guy right here is a good actor. I like how he played his character. He was fantastic.
Yeah, everything I've seen him in, I've loved him in everything I've seen him in. Really, the whole cast is really good, which is weird. Like, I think they were kind of wasted.
Yeah.
But
yep. I mean, the lines that Zoe Fish delivered, all one of them. But yeah, like everybody did a great job in the movie. It was just, I don't know. And it had great names behind it too. Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Like it had great people behind it, but it just.
Well, it looks like it was a pretty meager budget compared to most movies in the last like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it made like, I think 49 million worldwide.
Well, at least they made money off of it.
Yeah, Grudge 3 made like 17. It was sad. It was sad how much it made.
I didn't even know there was a Grudge 3.
Nobody wanted it. Like 1 and 2, one sold well. At least the American version. Ju-On, I don't know how well it did. But the American Grudge 1 sold pretty well. Grudge 2 was like 70 million worldwide, but yeah, everybody was done with it by that point.
Yeah, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
But,
all right, now we're going to go on to your turn. If you want to share your screen, get you pulled up.
Yes, give me 1 second.
Then we'll wrap up because I am dying.
Window. I think we're doing.
Made you out of glass. Window.
All right, let me know if it's up then.
Oh, yeah, I got to pay attention to what I'm doing. There you go. Now you're up.
All right, you can see it?
Yep.
Okay, so we have the SCP of the Saturday, the SCP of the week, and it is, I guess, SCP-7704. It is Euclid containment class. Disruption class is Eki, I guess, and it is a critical risk. Level 4 secret. Our clearance is upgraded since last time, boys. All right, so here's a picture of it. SCP-7704 prior to containment. I don't know what it looks like after containment.
Less shiny.
Probably less shiny. Yeah, it's probably in a box, I assume. If you can keep something like this in a box. But so it says special containment procedures. The Albaran Sea and its beaches are to be closed off to the general public under the notice of dangerous currents. Trespassers who pass the exclusion zone are to be detained and searched, followed by amnestization and release. As of 12/11/2003, which, depending on the author, this could be November or December. It depends. Because, Europeans put the month first. But the Foundation has constructed a 550-meter concrete dome with the exterior layered in iron above and around SCP-7704. So there you go. It's a giant dome. This is to mitigate its effects on the oceans, such as bubble emission and temperature. I'm going to jump down to what this is, because I think it'll make more sense with those containment procedures.
Yeah.
SCP-7704 is a magical, that's what that word means. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. A magical dome of fire sitting on the Albaran seabed between 800 and 1,000 meters below surface level. The SCP-7704 is 223 meters tall and 385 meters wide, with its exterior heat being recorded at approximately 1,000 degrees Celsius, which is ungodly hot. What would that be in Fahrenheit?
A lot.
Because 100, I think, is boiling temp for water. 100 Celsius is boiling temp for water. So 1,000 is just, I don't know how it could exist in a sea. Maybe because it's a sea. I don't know. But currently it does not spread, nor can it be extinguished. SCP-7704 does not seem to be utilizing any flammable fuel, anomalous or otherwise, that would keep it burning. The Foundation is able to ascertain the interior dimensions throughout SCP-7704 by using an upgraded thermal imaging camera. The Foundation viewed through SCP-7704 housing SCP-7704-1. -1 is a humanoid Class 4 reality bender that is of the Lands of Curious People. Do you have any idea what that is?
Nope. Let's look this up.
You should pull that up. I'll finish this paragraph here. Capable of manifesting nearly anything a person wishes for so long as they are at close proximity with it. Shouldn't it be they are at... Oh, no, that's right. Okay, never mind. SCP-7704-1 is capable of verbal communication in Spanish. Oh, there you go. It is unknown whether SCP-7704-1 is someone that had been transfigured to be a caged stranger or an odd forest folk that has said person's memories. Whatever those two mean. Did you find anything on the lands of the curious people?
No, nothing at all.
The lands of the curious people. You'll have to look that up then. A caged stranger. Maybe it's on here. Hold on. It's mentioned a couple times.
I mean, I get if when I search it, I get Lord Blackwood in the land of the unclean. Which, what?
Let's see. Let's see. Lord Blackwood and land. That's what you see. So you found that.
Yeah, then you get a few different SCPs.
Lord of the Curious People. Well, we got to do some homework, man. We got to figure out what that means.
Yeah. We'll talk about that next week.
That's interesting. So I thought it was just a burning ball of magical fire, but I guess there's some humanoid reality bender who can grant any wish as long as you're close to it and happen to speak Spanish.
All right.
Do we have? Yeah, it's just like containment procedures and what is it? Interviews. There's interviews, open interviews 1 and 2. Oh, these are extensive. Do you want to go through these?
Oh goodness. Yeah. Nope. If you guys want to read about that, you can go ahead and check out SCP whatever this is, 7704. That is a lot. That is crazy long.
There is a lot to go through here. It looks like it's interviews with the magical person because it's 7704-1. So you could go through all these interviews. Can you hear me? I can. I am a servant here to grant you whatever you desire. So there's some cool stuff here. There's pretty cool stuff here.
Yeah. So he's like a genie inside a fiery ball.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of like it's a maybe Atlanteans. Oh, Gwen says maybe Atlanteans, and 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit. So hot.
Yeah, that's almost what Death Valley was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, just almost, almost, not quite. No, but yeah, I mean, well, what is that sea? What was that sea? The Alboran Sea. Where is that? That's got to be real. Here,
probably.
Let's see. The Alboran Sea. Hibbity bibbity bob. Oh, okay. It's just like the entrance to the Mediterranean. That's what it is.
Okay.
That little area, like you have what is it? The Strait of Gibraltar, I think. Right? Is that it?
I think so. Sounds right.
Entrance to the strait. So you have the Strait of Gibraltar, which is like that little sliver of water between Spain and what is it? I think Morocco or something today. And then you have the Alboran Sea, and then it branches out into the Mediterranean. So it's chilling right there. Which that's why I speak Spanish. There you go.
Let me read this because we did that search and we found Lord Blackwood in the land of the unclean, and Edge's AI thing gave me a little bit of a response here. It says the unclean are a reoccurring antagonist in the SCP Foundation series. These large hostile creatures inhabit mirror world of SCP-093. They were once humans who mutated as a result of the mysterious Lord's Tears. You can find out more about them in Resurrection, His Will Be Done series.
Oh,
yeah, like that is very interesting. We might have to just do a special, like just a full episode on this whole bit.
Dude, I mean SCP stuff is pretty dope. I think it'd be cool to do like a deep dive into SCP stuff.
Yep. All right, well, that is what we had for this week. So coming up, we have a couple videos. I don't know what Hawk's doing on Thursday, but Monday we're gonna have a blender about my personal picks for the top 5 Power Rangers of all time. Yep. Which I love the Power Rangers. That is possibly one of my favorite IPs of all time. So I'm looking forward to putting that one out. And then, so the Nerd Talk Thursday will be done by Hawk. So whatever that's going to be.
That's a mystery even to me. We'll figure it out.
We're gonna do the mystery video.
It's a mystery video. Usually my videos are mystery videos.
Yeah.
they turn
what
out.
What did I come up with on Tuesday?
They turn out all right though.
Yep, it'll be fun. So yeah, you'll get something. There'll be something to look out for. I mean, that's mystery's great. But yeah, thank you for watching, and you guys take care.
Yeah, stay safe.